Hello, beautiful friends. I'm Lauren. Welcome to my beauty nook. Today I am sharing two things with you. So it might be a little bit of a long video and there might be a costume change in the middle of it. We'll see how much I can get filmed right now. But I'm going to be sharing with you my March empties as well as my quarter one ins and out. So everything that has come into my collection and gone out of my collection in the first quarter of the year. And I've got a cool way that I've been doing that, keeping track of that so that it hopefully won't take forever. Before we get into the empties, some quick notes on what's on my face. I have used the Nomad Cosmetics Tokyo palette. I mentioned this in my last video and it's just such a beautiful palette. It is looking far more loved than it was the last time you saw it. But today I used this dark gray all over, and then I topped it with this lime green duochrome topper, which is called Moshi Moshi. It's pretty. So that's what I have on here, and then I topped it with a little bit of glitter underneath. I used Now Is Forever with the duochrome topper as well. So I've been having a lot of fun playing with this, and yeah, I'm enjoying it. So there's that. I'm also doing a very casual foray into the curly girl method. So my hair is having a mind of its own, and it's just, we're fine. And it's pink. I stress dyed it pink the other night. So but I ran out of dye like halfway through. So whatever, it is what it is. You guys are the only ones seeing it. So there we are. All right. So here is my little bucket of empties that I have been keeping track of. I also have my list of everything up on my computer, so when we get to the ins and out part, I'm a little more organized. And I've got my coffee. I hope you have yours too. I think I need to clean my lens, so hold on. All right, that looks better. Apologies for the glare. Oh, I'm rusty. Okay, on to the empties for March. I have a total of, how many empties do I have? 14 empties-ish. So let's go ahead and go through them. I think I'm just gonna like grab things out of here so they're not gonna be sorted into any particular order. And I do believe that the more exciting things are on the bottom. So we'll get into that. I finished up a couple samples. None of them were really of note, but I finished up a Becca concealer thing. I have a bunch, 3 of these little like nose pore strips that I got in a PR package from Truly. They're whatever. I don't really use nose pore strips. I only use them because I had them. I don't think they're something you need to have in your beauty collection, but I finished up I tried out the It Beauty Sleep Pillow Cream and the Belief Aqua Bomb. These both, neither of them really impressed me, and they both smelled heavily of margaritas because they have a lot of, denatured alcohol and limonene in it. So they smell like margaritas. I couldn't get over that. I also tried a sample of the VDL Lumilayer primer. I think that this is a better primer for somebody with a dry skin. I also couldn't figure out if it was cruelty-free or not. And the Belief Aqua Bomb is not cruelty-free, but it came in like a sample pack that I didn't have control over. So next I finished the Sol de Janeiro Coco Cabana cream. This was one of the birthday gifts for Sephora this year. My birthday was in January, and so I chose the little lotion things because I just didn't want to add any more like tiny makeup things. I really liked this. I love the smell of coconut, and this was just really pleasant to use. So there is a chance that I haven't looked at the price. I know that it's expensive, so I don't use lotion that much unless I'm trying to pan it. So I might actually buy the full size of this. We'll see. It was nice. I finished up native deodorant. I put these in my empties because I want to track them over a year and see how many I use in a year, because they are a little bit of an expensive deodorant, but it's worth it to me because this is the only aluminum-free deodorant that I have found that actually works for me, which is important. And they smell amazing. So there's that. I have ordered some replacements for that, but I order them in packs. I'll get to that later. So next is the Paula's Choice Skin Perfecting 2% BHA gel. It's a chemical exfoliant. This is a product that I have used and repurchased over and over again through the years, and I will forever repurchase this because this is like, if I think about one ingredient or one product that has made the most difference in my skin, it's this one. Ever since I introduced this into my routine and started using it routinely, consistently, it has done such a good job at balancing the oil on my skin and at controlling the acne on my skin. I do have super oily skin and I get really bad hormonal acne. And this, I still get hormonal acne. I'm like coming off the tail end of some of it. I don't think you can see it now, but yesterday it was more visible. And I still get it, but this like makes it go way faster. And it also just does wonders for balancing the oil on my skin. So I love this. I will forever use it. I'm actually not, like, since I finished this, I haven't opened my new one yet because I've been working on getting through a PR AHA, and my skin's a wreck. So I can definitely tell, like, I haven't been using it for like 2.5 weeks, and my skin is so mad right now, and I'm so oily. So I'm gonna get back to that as soon as possible. All right, next I finished the Cora Organics Nani Bright Vitamin C Serum. This I did get in PR from Influencer, and it was really nice. It is a very, well, I mean, vitamin C can just be expensive. I think it's like $60 for this bottle. I will say it lasted me a long time. I think I got at least 3 or 4 months out of this, maybe more. And it was really easy to use. It was really pleasant to use. I feel like the pump pumped out just the perfect amount for my face every day, and it smells really nice. I don't believe it has fragrance in it though. So yeah, I don't know if I would buy it again. I did not do any like lightening of my sunspots. So I don't know. I'm like trying out a bunch of different vitamin C serums and things. So this is on the I did like it list. I don't know if I would repurchase it, but maybe. I finished up the Ordinary Niacinamide and Zinc serum. I was actually mixing these two things together in the mornings, and so I kind of finished them up together. I do think that this helped my acne a little bit. I don't know. I kind of finished these at the same time, and when I finished both of them, my acne's been really bad since then. So one of the two of them was doing amazing things for my acne. So it's such an inexpensive product that I will most likely repurchase this, and yeah, probably soon. Okay, next I finished a lotion from Ulta. This was the pumpkin spice lotion. I bought two at the same time. I bought this one and then like an apple crisp one, which I'm working on now. And they are fine. I don't think I'll be repurchasing them again. It was kind of fun to have some fall scents. This took me way longer to finish than fall, but yeah, it was fine. I probably won't repurchase it. I don't think that it did very much hydrating of my skin, which is the point. Next is the Kristen S Scalp Detoxifying Bubble Mask. This is a scalp treatment that you put on before you wash your hair, and it's an aerosol can. You spray it in your hand and it like bubbles up and it's super cold, and you like have to work it really fast and scrub it into your hair. I do think that this helped a lot. I only wash my hair once a week. I've done a lot of hair training, and so my scalp does get pretty itchy and grimy by the end of the week, and this helped so much, like to not make my scalp itchy over the next week. So I might try some other scalp treatments. She's got a few of them, and there's some other ones that I want to try out. But this would definitely be on my repurchase list for the future. So there's that. I finished a hand cream from the Body Shop. This is the coconut scent. This is my favorite scent, and this is my favorite hand cream. I don't use hand cream too often unless I'm panning it. There's a theme there. But I did really like this one. And as far as hand creams go, it's not like thick and greasy feeling. It's just like kind of thin and lightweight, and it didn't bother me. So I might repurchase that one at some point when hand cream is more available. I finished up a bottle of the Temptu airbrush foundation. I did not use it with my airbrush machine. I just used it as a normal liquid foundation, and so it didn't do anything special, and I just wanted to get it out. So there's that. I finished a mini of the Smashbox Oil and Shine primer. It was fine. It didn't bother me. I don't know if I would repurchase it, but I mean, I had a chance to repurchase it. I ran out of all of my primers, and I purchased 2, and neither of them were this one. So say what you will. Okay, and down to the last 2. I finished a mini of a lipstick. It's like one of the Studded Kiss lipsticks from Kat Von D, KVD Beauty. I got it a long time ago. Long time ago. And I believe that this is the shade Love Struck. I don't know. My sticker fell off a long time ago. This was in a birthday, like a Sephora birthday gift a couple years ago. So that's done. And speaking of Sephora birthday gifts, I finished another one, which is my Tarte Party Blush. RT. That's how the name is. That was probably blurry, sorry. But anyway, so this used to be my favorite blush, and I lost it at one point and I could never find it. And then I redid the desks in my studio room, and when I pulled out the old desk, this was hiding underneath it, and it had really good pan on it, so I just pulled it out and finished it. So that, oh no, I have 2 more that I forgot about. They weren't in my box. So I finished a bar soap. This is obviously not the bar soap that I finished, but it looked like this, and it was in a lavender scent. So I did that. I count bar soaps in my inventory because I have a hoard of them. I've hoarded bar soaps. I don't know why. So I'm counting them until I get down to a reasonable number. And then I have an eyeshadow empty, which is so exciting. I finished a shade in my Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette right here, Cashew Chew. So this was my Pan That palette last year, and I have now finished 3 shadows, the 2 big ones and Cashew Chew, which honestly were the 3 easiest ones, because this was like a lid setting shade for me, and then this one was like a highlight shade, and I had a big pan on it when I started the year. So yeah, so that's what my palette is looking like at the moment. For those of you who followed this palette last year, those seem to be some of my most popular videos. I've been slowly working away at this now that it's not my official palette. I still want to finish it, or at least like get, I don't know, a few shades finished. I am pretty proud of it though. So that is officially the end of my empties. Yeah, so I think I'm going to pause this part of the video, clean up, and move on to the ins and out portion, and I'm going to check the time. We'll see if I have enough time to film it today. There may be a costume change. Anyway, on to ins and out. Okay, I'm back. I didn't leave. It looks the same to you. But anyway, I think I have a few more minutes, so I'll see if I can just knock this out and hopefully have this video up this weekend. Or well, probably early next week, because tomorrow's Easter. Happy Easter, friends. I hope you have a fun one. All right, so I've got my computer here. I'm gonna put the little like infographics over here so that you can see them. So I might be looking off screen a little bit, but I am looking at my notes. All right, so I have been keeping track of everything going into my collection and going out of my collection for the whole year. And I've been doing that just on like a simple list. I use the app Canva, and because it makes things pretty without too much effort, which is helpful for somebody on social media that doesn't have very much time. All right, so I have been keeping lists like this, and this is my January purchases. So in January I purchased 19 things. It was my birthday month, and I did a little more shopping than I normally would, but it was my birthday. I love celebrating my birthday. I turned 31 this year, and I just had fun with it. So this is kind of a rundown of what I got. Just starting at the top, I got a couple eyeliners, a black and a white. I got a new shampoo, which I'm loving, except that it's totally not curly girl approved. So, you know, there's that. It's got sulfates in it, but it cleans my hair so well, and it smells amazing, and it really, really helps my scalp. So we talked about scalp issues earlier. It's got tea tree in it. It's awesome. I got a little like weekender bag and a couple brushes. I got a lot of brushes in January. So I haven't bought makeup brushes in a long time, so it felt great. And I've really been liking most of them, not all of them, but the shadow brushes and the powder brush I really liked. I got the Versed Day Dissolve. I can't go through all of this fast. I've got 3 months. Okay, I'm just gonna go through things of note. So the Versed Day Dissolve, it's my favorite cleansing balm. I love it. I got a little butter bronzer, tiny one, before they stopped being cruelty free. So mad about that. I got some setting sprays, texture spray, shower gel. That's just like a sample that I wanted to try. The bubble mask, which I finished now. A couple more brushes, and then I got four eyeshadow palettes. One of which, the ColourPop Nude Mood, I bought as a gift, but I haven't given it to anybody. So I bought it without anybody in mind, and because of that, I put it on my list. And when I do finally give it to somebody, I will count it as a declutter, and it'll count out. So there's that. I haven't used it. It's just in my drawer, and I'm waiting for an opportune moment or a friend's birthday or something. I have a lot of friends that really like neutral brown eyeshadow, and it's a beautiful palette, so I did that. But Blush Crush, So Jaded, and Meant to Be, I bought and added into my collection, and then immediately dismantled and turned into a bunch of singles, so there's that. Okay, and then moving on to the next one, this is the free or gifted items. This list is huge because it was my birthday, and I've got a couple things on here that I'm not actually counting as stuff in, because it's not consumable. So I'll show you that. All right, so I got did I not put that on here? I got a new curling iron for my birthday because my old one kicked the bucket. So I did that. And I didn't even count that on here. So I used a gift card to get an additional iron. It's like a removable, I'm not explaining this well at all. It's a curling wand and you can change out the heads of it to have different sizes. So I got another one of those. And then I got a bunch of Luisa jewelry. I'm not wearing any of it right now. I should have put that on. But I got some in PR, which was amazing. I did a giveaway with them over on Instagram, and I received a few as birthday gifts, which was amazing. Like, my whole family got me jewelry for my birthday, and it was all Ana Luisa, and it was wonderful. So I did that. I bought the Jackie Aina, the ABH Jackie Aina palette and the Natasha Denona Mini Tropic palette with gift cards. I kind of bought them for review. I had not tried the ABH formula yet, and I wanted to give another shot to Natasha Denona because I have an interesting relationship with my first mini palette, and I have an interesting relationship with my second mini palette, but whatever. It's a review for another day, or you can go look at my review on Instagram. So I did those, and then I got a bunch of like Point Perk stuff, the birthday gift from Sephora, and a gift with purchase, which is like a face palette full of bronzers that I haven't touched yet. I don't know if I'm gonna give it away or not. I might give it to a friend. And then, yeah, most of it was just like birthday stuff. I did win a giveaway, which was very exciting, and I got the September Rose Slush palette, which is beautiful. It's a rainbow palette, and I love it. And then I had a bunch of empties for January. So I will just like put those up here. I did a picture over on Instagram, so if you want to actually see the products, I had 28 empties, which was a very exciting start to the year. All right, and then, pause for blender. Okay, that was longer than I was expecting it to be. All right, so totals for January. This is how I'm kind of like keeping track of things. So I had 3 empties in projects. I had 28 total empties, and 12 of them I am counting as full size. And then in January, I had 3 project pans going on. So I had the mini project pan, which was the goal of mini project pan was to use up 20 mini products. So I used 16. And then I finished 1 product for my 2020 Vision project pan. So 1 out of 40. And then in my Beauty A to Z project, I finished 2 out of 26. I decluttered 26 items, which I didn't mention on here for some reason. I do later, but I don't know. I decluttered a bunch of stuff. I got rid of a bunch of like old Ben Nye foundations from my theater days and just a bunch of stuff that was expired, and I just went through and spring cleaned everything. So I got rid of 26 things, and then for the totals for the month, I had 26 things come in, and those are like the consumable products that will eventually count as stuff out. So I didn't count like the jewelry or my curling iron, things like that. The brushes, I didn't count the makeup brushes. I just counted the consumable products. So 26 in, and then 54 things out between empties and declutters. So there's January. February purchases. I did a no-buy for a month. I felt like I needed a little bit of a detox from all of my birthday shopping. My birthday was at the end of the month, so it was like my birthday finished, And then February started and I was like, I need a break. So I put myself on a no-buy for the month. And I will not be doing that again, which I'll get to in March. But anyway, I didn't purchase anything in February. I did get a few free or gifted items, so we'll look at that now. I told you already about the Tarte blush that I found, so I added that back in because it wasn't counted in my inventory at the beginning of the year. And the exciting thing is I got accepted for Octoly this in February, and so that is a PR service where you can get connected with brands who are looking for small influencers, and you can apply for PR basically. So there's like a little shop and you can go through and select things and apply for them. And so I've been doing that, and so far so good. It's kind of hard for me. I'm still small. I've got almost 5,000 followers over on Instagram, and so I'm still a very, very micro influencer. So it's been hard for me to get accepted into getting products. I've gotten a few of them. So the first one was one from Ofra, and it was an eyeliner. The other one later in the month was a body wash from Plant Apothecary. Let's see, what else? All right, I got a PR kit from Truly Beauty, and it came with a body butter, a face mask, a glow serum, like a serum, and this little acne kit in a tin. So that was what was in there. And then I got one thing from Influencer, which was the Strivectin water cream, and it was weird. I actually wasn't expecting it. I must have, like, I always do the surveys when they send them, and I must have said, like, yes, I would review the product, but I never heard anything like, you got in, which they normally send out. And so it just showed up and I was like, oh, I'm doing this. Okay. So anyway, that came from Influencer. And then definitely the most exciting thing was I won another giveaway. Guys, I don't win giveaways ever, but I won two, like one right after the other. It was crazy. So this one was a giveaway from my friend Cecile over on Instagram. I will put her handle here somewhere. And she gifted me, so I got to choose anything, like a makeup item. There was a budget for it, and I basically got to choose something, and she sent it over. And so I decided to try a couple Clionadh shadows, because who doesn't want to try Clionadh shadows? So I got 3 jeweled multi-chromes. I will put up a little like picture video, something. I'll figure out some way to like show them. I got the shades Oculus, Smolder, and Gothic. They're beautiful. I'll wear them on camera sometime. They're so pretty. So that was February, and then, or that was my free items. And then my empties for February, I had 18 of them. So here are the first 14. Let's see, things to note. The very exciting ones were I finished a highlighter. Finished a highlighter from Tarte, which was so exciting because I've been working on that since last year. If you watched any of my Pan That Face palette videos, that was the highlighter in there. So I've been working on it since last summer. It was one of the first like major projects that I took on. So finally finished that highlighter. I finished some skincare. I finished a lip gloss, a butter gloss, which also took me like 8 months. So those two were very, very exciting. Yay! And then I finished a face powder, which isn't super hard for me, but I know a lot of people have a hard time finishing face powders. So I did that. And then I finished my Shape Tape, which also took me forever. So February was a really, really good month for Empties. Is there anything else? I finished a foundation, my Bare Minerals Bare Pro. So those were definitely like the things of note that were very exciting. So it was a good month for Empties. And then I had some declutters. I had a bunch of eyeshadow. I've been rebuilding my eyeshadow collection basically. At the beginning of last year, I went through and did a huge eyeshadow declutter and depotted a bunch of stuff, and just like, I don't know. I basically started last year with almost no eyeshadow that I actually enjoyed using. A lot of it was either really cheap old palettes or just very, very neutral palettes that are not my style now. I love to wear color and glitter and shine and all of the things. And so I have essentially like restarted my eyeshadow collection last year. So I like got rid of a bunch more in February, including a Naked Basics palette that my mom decluttered to me and I gave back to her. And then I had a bunch of depotted Tarte shadows, and I wasn't really sure what to do with them. I wish that I would not have depotted them originally, so I could have just given the palette away, but I did. And so what I ended up doing was I had like 25 shadows, and I just split them up into little like mini palettes, which I gave to my girlfriends for Valentine's Day. So I did that, and then I made like a face palette. I've got it right here so I can show you. I finished this highlighting palette from Sleek, and so I just melted a bunch of like cream products into here. So now I have a little custom cream face palette that I can now pan. So that's what I did. So I had some declutters for that. So all the things that are in the declutter, other than the eyeshadow, those all went into the cream products. So there's that. All right, so totals for February. I had 10 empties that were in projects. I had a total of 18 empties, and 8 of them were full size. I'll go through my like yearly totals at the very end. I had 7 items in mini project pan, and that finished out the project because I got to my goal of 20 very quickly. I was thinking about keeping it going for the whole year to see just how many I would finish, but I don't want to. It was making me prioritize mini products over some of my full-size products, and the minis that I have now are newer. And so I don't want to like give myself that mindset. I just need to finish the old stuff first. So I'm finishing out that project. So there's that. In my 2020 vision project, I finished 5 more products, which brought me up to 6 out of 40. And I finished 5 in my Beauty A to Z project, which brought me up to 7 out of 26. And I decluttered 8 things. I decided I've gone back and forth about whether or not to count individual eyeshadow pans, like eyeshadow singles, as individual items. And I may change my mind later, but for now, I'm not counting them as individual items because I think it just skews my stuff in and stuff out numbers too much, and it's not like a realistic picture of what's going on. So, which really came into effect in March. So in February, I could have said like, stuff out like 50 because I decluttered like 25 individual pans of eyeshadow. But really what I did was I decluttered the Tarte palette. So anyway, there's that. If I finish an eyeshadow, I am counting it as stuff out, like as one stuff out though. So I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. I don't really have any hard and fast rules. I'm just trying to get a general idea. I'm not like actively trying to do the year of less stuff. I'm just sort of tracking. And I don't have a budget. I don't know if I told you that. Like I don't have an actual budget. I don't have specific low buy rules. I'm just trying to track what I'm doing and kind of take note of my behaviors and how I'm treating stuff. And it's all just kind of an experiment. And so I'm trying to teach myself to naturally shop responsibly is my goal. So that's why I'm doing this, if you were wondering, because I didn't explain that at the beginning as I should have, or as I wanted to. So anyway, so for February, I had 13 things come in, 26 things go out. So there's that. And moving on to March, okay, so I did start purchasing things in March. The reason that I said I won't be doing another no buy is because I just don't mentally do well with restrictive things. I have a history with eating disorders, and I think that stems from there. Like, when I restrict myself from something, my brain goes haywire and I like just obsess over the thing that I'm restricting, which, like, there's science behind that. That's an actual thing. And so when I restrict and like actually go on a no buy, my brain is like obsessive over like all the things that I want. So the second half of February, I spent so much time window shopping and like online shopping and just surfing, like obsessively checking the just arrived tabs on Ulta and Sephora. And I just like could see myself like slowly going crazy in that. And then when March hit and my no buy ended, I was like, I need to buy all the things. I didn't, thankfully, but like I really wanted to. And so I think it's like, I'm not going to do that again. And I'm just going to let myself ebb and flow and understand that like every month's not going to be perfect. And some months I may like bring in a little bit more than I want to, or like think that I realistically should. And I will say that like I am not trying to stop an addictive behavior right now. I think that those are different. Like I'm recovered from my stint of like really, really impulsive, compulsive shopping that happened in 2015. That's why I have a lot of stuff that I'm panning, but I've had plenty of time to like recover from that. And as I am now, a no buy is not a good solution for me now. So anyway, so I did it in February. It won't be happening again. So March, I went in and pretty much immediately like went to Target on like one of the first days and ended up getting a few things from Target and a few things from Ulta. I did have a gift card for Ulta left over from my birthday that I didn't spend in February because I was on a no buy. So I got a lot of stuff on a gift card, which I'll go through. But the things that I bought off the gift card with my own money, I got a primer. I got the First Aid Beauty matte primer. I got the Versed vitamin C powder. I haven't tried it yet. Well, I tried it once, but I haven't tried it enough to like tell you about it yet. I got the Makeup Geek Olive You palette. I wanted to try Makeup Geek. One of my goals for the year is to try new indie brands. So that was one of the indie brands that I wanted to try this year. So I got a little quad and I have a review of it over on Instagram. I like it. I got a highlight brush from e.l.f. I wanted to find a brush that I could use for under eye setting powder, and that's not the one, but I thought it would be. It's not, but it is a good highlighting brush. I got some nail stickers from Olive and June, which is another indie brand I wanted to try. I got some native deodorant, got some native toothpaste, which I'm trying for the first time. And I got the Nomad Tokyo palette, which was exciting. So that's what I purchased in March. And then I got a bunch of free /gifted /gift card items. So I had a big gift card for my birthday. I got more eyeshadow palettes. I got the Just My Luck palette from ColourPop. I got the Violets palette from Juvia's Place. I got a new NYX pigment primer because I ran out of mine. Or, well, mine went bad and I had to declutter it. Oh, I don't think I counted that in my declutter. I'll have to do that. I got the NYX mixing medium to review. So far I hate it. Don't recommend, but I'm still working through it. I wanted to try and find a mixing medium that was more readily available than some of the pro options because I love mixing medium so much. If you've never used it, it's amazing, but don't get the NYX one. The Mayron one is amazing. The Inglot Duraline is amazing. And then I got this like sample kit thing, a kit of minis from Mario Badescu. I wanted to try that brand, and this seemed like a good way to try a few things from the brand without having to buy any full size. So I got 5 little minis of things from that brand, or six minis. And then it also came with a little set of samples, which you saw a few of in my empties. And then I got a couple more things from Octoly. I got a highlighter from Becca, which was awesome. I love it. It's the Prismatic Amethyst. Let's see. Not that one. This one. It's this one. It's like a duochrome pinky lavender. It's pretty. So I got that, and then I got a makeup remover from Plant Apothecary. I had tried the body wash and loved it, so I applied for the makeup remover. It did not go well, and I didn't like it, but I'm grateful that they let me try it anyway. I probably won't get anything from them though. Again, whoops. And then I got, when I did my native deodorant order, I had a coupon code and it basically gave me a free deodorant, so that was there. And then my very, very, very exciting PR for the month was the huge set of single eyeshadows from Adept Cosmetics, which I showed off last week or last video. I'll put up a little photo of the full collection because it's so beautiful. I've been loving those shadows, and I do want to do a video on them at some point, but I don't know how to do that yet, so that might be coming. Hopefully will be coming. So yeah, and that was, I counted that as one thing instead of 68 things. So, because that's not, like, if I have 80 things come in March or whatever, that doesn't like show a realistic picture of the fact that I got a PR package from Adept. And it was wonderful and it was beautiful and I'm so grateful, but it's just how the numbers work. All right, empties. You just saw all of my empties, so I'm not going to go through them. I did declutter one single shadow from NYX. It was just like a little icy pink shadow. It was beautiful, but yeah, I don't need it, so I gave it to a friend. All right, so my totals for March, I had 10 empties in projects. I had 14 total empties. 10 of them were in project pans. 11 of the 14 were full size. 3 of them were in my 2020 Vision project pan, which brought me up to 9 out of 40. And 3 of them were in my A to Z project pan, which brought me up to 10 out of 26. And I started a new project pan. This is one that I'm hosting over on Instagram. You're welcome to come join. It is called Back to Basics Project Pan. It's just like a simple, straightforward rolling project pan designed for beginning panners. And there is a chat group that I'm hosting over on Instagram so that anyone who joins into the project can meet other panners and chat with them and support each other and like post when you do an update. And it's been really fun, and I'm excited to see that it's going well. So I'm obviously not a beginning project panner, but I'm doing the project to, just to support and be involved in it. And yeah, so if you're interested in that, please come join us. You're welcome to just come DM me over on Instagram and I'll send you the intro post to it because it's a little ways back in my feed now, but I'd love to have you along. It's been fun so far. And then, so I finished 4 items in my basic project pan. So there's that, and then I decluttered 1. So for March, I had 22 things come in and 15 things go out. So this was actually the first month that my stuff in was bigger than my stuff out, which is fine. I didn't declutter as much, is really what it was. The first 2 months I decluttered quite a bit, and this month it was pretty much just empties. that made up that number. All right, so totals for the year. This is a lot of numbers. I hope you're enjoying this, but totals for the year, and then we will be done. So for quarter one, January, February, March, I had 60 total empties for the year so far. 31 of them were full size, which is exciting. And 23 of them were in projects. And that is not including, is that including mini project pan? I need to go over that. No, I don't think it is. It's not. So that 23 is not including. If I include mini project pan, it would be, what, 46 items? Math on camera, I'm getting daring. Okay, so I finished 23 for mini project pan. I finished 9 products for 2020 vision. I have finished 10 products for A to Z. And I have finished 4 products in my back to basics. And I decluttered 34 things. So, grand total, drum roll, ba 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 ba. It's the worst drum roll ever. Forgive me. Anyway, stuff in for the year so far has been 61 things. It's a lot, but that's okay. And stuff out has been 95. So that is my year so far. Yeah, let me know what you think about this if you want to see. Obviously this was really long, so in the future I could do this monthly, like just when I do my empties, or just whenever I do my empties. I don't know if I can do empties monthly, but I'd like to. Let me know if you want to see empties monthly, and if so, if you want this included, or if you just want like a quarterly update on the numbers, maybe in a separate video, or whatever. Let me know what you think. I'm, kind of restarting, so at this point, everything's fair game, and this is the time to insert your opinion here, and I may or may not take it. But I would love to know what you think about this, and is this, if any of you are still here, is this video boring? Is it too many numbers? Do you like it? Do you enjoy inventory stuff and seeing, all the things? This is kind of like probably what my Project Pan updates are going to look like from here on out. So if you're here for the Project Pan, let me know if this is something that you would consider continuing to watch. And yeah, and tell me the most exciting thing that you have emptied or finished this year, because I would love to know. So leave those in the comments. If you're not following me on Instagram yet, please come do so. I would love to see you over there. I am on every day, spending far too much time over there. So I'd love to connect with you. And that is it from me. Thank you so much for watching and for stopping by my little corner of the internet today. I hope you have a wonderful day.